Bo breaking it all down for us. Hey, Phil.
Hey, Frank, the July numbers actually very strong in terms of deliveries relative to where Boeing has been in recent months. So when you look at the orders and deliveries, I'd say July was a strong month, highlighted by the order for 100 737 MAX-10s that we announced with them, or they announced with us over at the Farnborough Air Show. Overall, 126 in the month of July. Deliveries, that's a 5-month low for deliveries, but the delivery orders should start to increase from here, in part because, as you mentioned, the FAA has approved the inspection protocol process for the 787 Dreamliner. What does that mean? That means that in the coming days, the first Dreamliner will be delivered since May of 2021. They've got about 120 Dreamliners that are built, waiting to be delivered. They're not going to deliver them all right away. They'll probably move 12 out of that inventory the rest of this year, move another 40 to 60 next year, and then you get into 24, and then they will finally have delivered all of the Dreamliners that are in inventory. But this is a huge, huge day for Boeing, whether it's today or tomorrow. That's the expectation, that the first Dreamliner will be delivered, the first since May of 2021. It will be going to American Airlines. And they need this, guys. This is a big, big momentum change for them as they move into the second half of this year. It will certainly help as they try to improve their cash flow.
Yeah, you know, Phil, you mentioned it was a big, big day for them. Obviously, Boeing's had a lot of questions about its culture. When's the next meaningful milestone for Boeing coming up? This delivery day, obviously huge, but what should investors watch for next? We just saw the big run-up on the stock since July 1st.
Well, you want to see continued steadiness in terms of production and deliveries. The supply chain is still fragile, Frank, and I think when you look at the numbers for deliveries in July 26, that's a 5-month low. And we've talked with Dave Calhoun about this. They need to have consistent deliveries. And if they can do that, if they can keep production at 31 a month, if the supply chain can remain strong through the remainder of this year, that sets them up potentially to increase production next year, likely the middle of next year. But there are a lot of things that need to improve on the supply chain. And at this point, they're not ready to increase production. That will be what people will be looking for.
All right, our Phil LeBeau, always with his finger on the pulse of the airline industry. Jim, I'm going to come over to you. I know you own Boeing. What's your take on the numbers that we're seeing today? Feeling more enthusiastic? You've been very critical of Boeing in the past, but then you actually kind of reversed course just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and I've stayed with the stock the whole time, so you know when I'm down because I vote with my feet, but I'm staying with this one. Two things I want to point out. The reason the 787 delivery resumption is so important is because what it means for free cash flow. When they deliver these planes, they take delivery of a lot of cash. And that will remove the overhang that's been there of will these guys have to do an equity offering here. I think that really comes off the table now. The second thing that I'm looking for, though, is the 737 MAX-10 certification. The FAA has not certified this version of the MAX yet. They've said they're not going to be able to do so by December, which means Congress has to get involved and authorize an extension of the certification process. Now, I don't want to go into the details of this, but in terms of what I'm looking for next, that's very important because that big Delta order a few weeks ago in Farnborough, that was for the 737 MAX-10. That's a major cash cow in the out years for Boeing. That needs to be certified.
All right, there we go. Stephanie, you also own Boeing, I believe.
Yeah.
Where are you at? I mean, obviously a big day for Boeing, but so many choppy days in the past.
Yeah, it's been painful. It's been absolutely painful. But I think the turnaround started when they reported earnings. They beat EBIT on the commercial side, and that was encouraging. The free cash flow was $900 million better than expected. And as Phil just mentioned, I mean, this and Jim, free cash flow, that's what the stock trades at. By the way, that's what GE trades the same, right? And they're a supplier to Boeing. It's all about free cash flow. And both companies in this past quarter had better than expected. There is a ways to go, but they're making progress. And the 787 is good news. I think the China recertification of 737 MAX is going to be a bigger deal, but I just don't know when that's going to happen.
Yeah, this is an easy trade. You want to trade off that 125 level. This is a very obvious double bottom in the chart, and if it's not, you'll be out. So try to think of it like a $16 stock where your risk is like $12.50. And think about what the potential upside could be. This was like a $400 stock at one point. I don't think that that's the trade, but from a risk-reward perspective, I think there's a very clear line. The buyers came in, did not make a new low below that February 2020 low, Now you've got an assault on the 200-day, which is still declining, but so what? If we could snap this downtrend in Boeing, not take a lot of downside risk, I think the risk reward is in your favor from a trading standpoint, at least.
All right, big day for Boeing. Still shares down about 0.75% at this time.